Hi, today I want to talk about power of saying no. Um, the word no is actually way more powerful than saying yes. It's way more powerful than becoming a yes person. And our society is actually imbalanced. It's due to yes people. It's due to because most of us we can't really um, balance our emotional and rational minds, emotional and logical minds. That's the reason we are living in a chaotic, um, balanced world, and it's due to really too much emotions that we are spitting out to each other. We don't really we don't really say things at the moment we're supposed to say. Then we build rage, we build resentment, we build some toxic emotions to later on to pour down on those people that we think we love, that we think that they are our beloved ones, that we think that we care. But no, good people, conscious people are conscious people. Good people are not yes people. Good people, not necessarily the people always say yes, not necessarily the people of always doing the things that we want, the thing that we we think it's good for us. No, good people are conscious people. They say what needs to be said. They know their place. They know their um they know what's good for us and they know what's good for them, and they always have the ownership of their own emotions, of their acts, of their speech, of their behaviors. Good people are truly conscious people. It's not those people that always um you know the people who always do the charity, or the people who always show off with the the things to get fame. No, good people are always the ones who guide us, not necessarily give us. And I was, I actually been very vulnerable most of my life. I've been always doing the things to, please people. I was like a people pleaser, and I was doing things to please people in my life, and I was kind of uh in neglecting my own feelings, neglecting my own rights. In the process of making others happy, it was becoming more expensive for me to become more happy. So don't do this kind of things just to make others happy. It will be very expensive, it will be very costly for you. So I really believe that we all have to have the ownership of our lives, have to gain our own power. Only after you gain your power, once you gain your ownership of your life, you can really help people. Because in our society, most of the people, we are so lazy to take ownership of our lives. We are very clingy of one another, and we just feel like um, we act weak, or we act like savior, we act like we need help, we act clingy, and so this kind of actions create imbalance in the world. We always feel like we need someone to save us, we need God to save us, we need you know, XYZ to save us, or we feel like we are weak, we don't take the ownership of our lives, we don't really be responsible. That's the key word. We are not responsible of our lives. We don't take the ownership of our lives. And so the society becomes more full of more and more clingy people, and of course then this also creates savior people, people who feel like who has this savior complex, like because they feel like if they save someone they will have this worthiness. And this all actually coming from a place of unworthiness, insecurity, lots of childhood traumas. The people who are clingy, the people who have the savior complex, the people who 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 are not responsible, they all have some childhood traumas. Either they were abandoned, or they were not feeling enough worthy, they weren't getting the worthy feelings, but they didn't have the feeling of worthy of love, they were not feeling enough, they were always doing exponential things to get worthiness, to feel safe, to whatever the feeling we crave. But I really think if everyone in the society gained the ownership, if everyone become responsible of themselves, of their lives, we will build a much better, much healthy society. And we should say no when we're supposed to say. We shouldn't mix things. We shouldn't lose our power. If you are easy to get persuaded by people and become a yes person, this means you're not in your power. This means you are still not grounded. You are still a shaky, rootless tree that haven't grounded yourself. So this means you still have to work on yourself, have to become more aware of what you should be working on. Yeah, before I've been always, as I said, people pleasing, but it wasn't the other people's fault, it was my fault. And also maybe I shouldn't say fault, it was because I wasn't really conscious enough of my own behaviors. But now that I'm conscious, I'm selecting my words, I'm thinking enough, I'm thinking, and I I am trying my best to say what needs to be said in the right time, in the right moment, with the right person. And I don't really waste time with the people who doesn't deserve my time and who abuse or manipulate. Because when you become a no person, you only attract the people that are your equal, the people that you feel You belong to your soul tribe. And so that's why saying no is extremely, immensely, tremendously powerful, beyond your comprehension. It really saves your energy, it saves your time, it saves your peace of your mind. And it really helps society to change. It's impact other people. It's not only impacting you, it impacts other people as well. One person can affect many people with one's groundness, with one's, being in power. One can change a lot of people, one can impact a lot of people. So we all have to be staying, if we all stay in our own power, we can impact much more people in the world, and we can execute such more grounded energy in the world. And so, yeah, I've actually became more selective. I was more chill before. I was really talking with, with anyone. I mean, of course, I didn't change myself as a personality altogether. No, I didn't. But I became more selective with the people that are in my life, because those people that who push me to become a yes person were the wrong ones. I couldn't really express my own unique, authentic self with them. And so this kind of pushed me to become the real, original, authentic self. And so I said, no, I don't need you anymore in my life, because you don't deserve my time and my energy. To those who manipulate, to those who, abuse. But as I said, this is not those people's mistake either, because they are not conscious. Either they are not conscious, or they need someone to force them, to push them to become much, maybe respectful to others, and to change, for better. Because we all need each other. Either way, the people that we judge, we all need each other. We are not, just because we think we are conscious and they are not, doesn't mean that we are better than them, or doesn't mean that we don't need them. No, we all need each other after all. And so we have to work on ourselves first, and we need to be more conscious, and we need to be grounded, and we need to work on our, grounded energies, and we need to be standing in our own power, and we have to be really conscious of who we are saying yes, and when are we saying yes, and when we should be saying no. We have to be really conscious of what we are saying. And when the time requires, when the people requires, we shouldn't be afraid to say no. No is immensely powerful, and it saves your energy from unnecessary spiritual crisis, because most of the time we feel exhausted, not because of other people, it's because of our own reactions, it's because of our own lack of ability to become responsible. So I think we all, especially after, I mean, in this new year, it's a new year, we should be really having new mindsets, because every year, I mean, a year is just a number actually, but since we all care about it, why not just have a new mindset? It's much grounded, with much authenticity, with much consciousness, and to change our lives, our world for better, and impact others for better. So I hope you don't say yes all the time. I hope you don't feel fear to say no. It doesn't matter if they are your family members, they are your partner, they are friends. Say no to protect your own freedom, to protect your own sovereignty, to protect your own autonomousness. Say no, because your freedom, your authenticity, your individuality, your peace of mind, it's more important. If you love yourself, everybody will love themselves. Then there won't be any problem in the world. There won't be conflict of interest. Well, of course, maybe this is a huge argument. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but I wish everyone loved themselves enough to not to say yes all the time. Because yes people, they are not really loving themselves, they don't really have self-respect enough, they are the people pleaser, they don't really value themselves. And as I said, I was like that, but I'm working on myself, my self-respect, my self-love, and I really wish everyone to work on themselves and to really respect themselves. Then the world will be a much healthier place. So yeah, that's what I want to share. Thank you.